Hey everybody, it's Chris from Full Steam Designs. If you've been using Carbide Create for a little while, you've probably noticed that there's been a lot of changes lately. How do you add a tool? But it won't even let me edit it. Oh, okay, that's how you do it. For the most part, everything is much more user-friendly, and I wanted to take this opportunity to do a new design video so that everybody's screen looks the same as mine. So let's head inside, we'll jump on the computer and get started. Alright, we're going to start on my website and we'll head over to the Maker Resources tab, and we're just going to scroll down and we need to grab a couple of these SVG files that I've got. We're going to grab the American flag, we'll just save this as flag SVG. And then we'll grab this We the People and we'll save this as WTP SVG. Make sure you're saving the SVGs and not the JPEGs. The thumbnails themselves are actually JPEGs. Let's go to our job setup and we'll make sure that we have this set to 21 by 11 1/4 and it's 3/4 of an inch thick. We're working from the top and our 0 is going to be set in the lower left hand corner. They don't have an option for pine, so I've just selected MDF. I've got Shapeoko XXL selected, and for retract height, I have 0.2, and that's because I have some pretty low clamps. So if you have bigger clamps, you may need to raise that. Just do whatever you're comfortable with there. We'll select inches, and then we'll click OK. We're going to start by importing the flag that we saved. We'll group that, click Done. And then we're going to resize it, and we're going to make the height 11.25, and you can see that makes our width a little longer than the 21, but I'll show you how we're going to fix that later. Now we're just going to snap it to this bottom corner. I have Snap to Grid turned on, so I've moved it and snapped it in right where I want it. And now we're going to draw a rectangle that's going to be the size of our material. So 21 by 11.25. And again, we'll just move that and snap that into that corner. I like having little borders around the edge of my flag. It creates the individual stripes and allows you to like fill them in with epoxy. So I'm just going to draw some 1/4 inch stripes. It doesn't matter how tall they are, they just need to be tall enough to cover the stripes that are there. And we'll snap that into the lower left hand corner, and then we're going to draw another one on this side. Again, make it 1/4 inch, have that snap to that lower right hand corner. Now we're going to select the flag, we're going to hold shift, and we're going to select one of those rectangles that we just drew. We're going to come over to the Boolean and click this Boolean subtraction. And you can see that's going to remove a bunch of pieces of the stripes. It's going to leave us with some extra stuff, and we can just delete those. Then we can come and click and drag to select the stripes. Click the other rectangle that we drew, the 1/4 inch rectangle, and again hit that Boolean subtraction. And then we'll just clean up whatever pieces are left over there. So now our stripes are looking a little weird. They kind of look like a comb or something. They're not complete rectangles. So we're going to click the line tool. We'll turn Snap to Grid off, and we're just going to click on the nodes that are in each corner of these stripes. We're starting with the little one, and we'll hit Control C or Command C and copy it and drag it down. And then do that one more time, copy and drag it down. And then we're going to do the big stripes. So we draw our rectangle, copy, drag it down, copy again, and drag it down. And all we're doing is creating those stripes that are going to be kind of the negative area of our flag. And then we're just going to go and delete these extra lines that have been left here. Let's go ahead and save it. I recommend saving often. You don't want to do a bunch of work and then lose it. So now we'll go in and we'll import the We the People image that we had. And let's just resize that a little bit, make it a little bit bigger. and kind of eyeball the height on it, get that where you want. You can click done and make sure you have the We the People selected, and then select a stripe and go over to this alignment, and you can do this horizontal center, and that'll center that right up for us. So now we're going to select the We the People again, and we're going to do this offset. We're going to do outside and just change this to 0.1 inch. And now we need to make multiple copies of that. It depends on how many stripes that we have that it covers. This is covering 3 stripes, so we're just going to copy it 3 times and then move it until it covers itself perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and select one of our stripes and then start selecting our letters. And again, we're going to do this Boolean subtraction. And we're just going to work our way down the stripe, selecting each part. Now we're down to the P. We hold Shift, click the P, or Shift, click the L in people, and keep doing that Boolean subtraction. We'll go to the bottom stripe and do the same. We'll click the stripe, hold Shift, click the W, Boolean subtraction, E, etc., etc. We'll just keep moving down. You're always holding Shift. You have your stripe selected first, hold Shift, select your second object, and do the Boolean subtraction. For this center stripe, I kind of simplify this a little. I just subtract the W and the E, and then I'll go ahead and delete these center stripes. I just think it cleans the image up. It gets a little confusing if you leave those in the center. All right, let's go ahead and draw a rectangle around our stars, and we'll just click on this group tool here. And so now when we select one, it's going to select all of them. We the People is already like that because of how we imported it, but we're going to need to do our stripes too. So we'll click and drag, select the stripes, and then we'll hold Shift, click these last 3 sections of the stripe, and again, click that group tool. So now when you click one of the stripes, it selects all of them. Now we can start working on our toolpath. When you're on the toolpath tab and you select something, it'll only select one object. But if you go back to design, select it, and then go to toolpath, it'll have all of them selected. And we're going to do a V-carve for the stars. So we'll go ahead and change our tool. We're on this MDF. We'll select the 302V. And we can turn these feed rates up a little bit. Turn that up to 80 and 60 for the feed and plunge. And we'll just rename this as stars. Now we'll go back to the design tab, select We the People, go to toolpath, V-carve again, and we'll just turn these feeds up. It already had the 302-bit selected. And we'll save this as WTP. Back to the design tab one last time, select our stripe, toolpath. This time we're doing a contour, and we're going to change to our 1/8 end mill, which is a 102. You could use something like a 201, but I like the sharper corners that you get with the smaller diameter bit. And we'll turn these feed rates up. We'll go to 180, and our step over and depth per pass is good to go here. We don't need to change that. Max depth we're going to set at 0.08 inch, and we're going to make sure we select a pocket toolpath. And we'll just name this as stripes. So let's check out that simulation. And you can see it's going to carve everything out just the way we want. And now we can go ahead and we'll disable stripes, and we're going to save the stars and the We the People as one toolpath because that's one tool. That's that 60-degree V-bit. And then we will enable the stripes, disable the stars and We the People. And you can see we've just got the stripes selected, and we're going to go ahead and save this G-code as We the People flag stripes. And now we can go ahead into Carbide Motion and start getting this thing made. Got a great video that goes over the order of operations for how I finish my flags, and I'll put a link in the description to that. But basically here I started by machining the stripes, then I stained everything, And now I'm just coming back through and running these two vcarve operations, which is the stars, and then we're going to do the we the people. If you learned something today or just enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to see more of my stuff. I showed you guys my website at the start of the video, and over there you'll find links to more of my videos, and you'll also find a bunch more free SVGs and the grayscale PNGs to make wavy flags. Check out this next video to learn more about CNC routers. I'll see you guys over there.